Racing at Bonneville is a paradox. When the salt is dry, it's the flattest, most ideal racing surface in the world. Too much moisture, and the surface becomes mushy, like slush.
It don't matter how much money you spend, the salt will give you what it wants to give you.
A bad patch of salt has serious consequences. A half-dozen drivers crash every year on the flats, with 2 racers killed in the last 3 years. It's a reality one motorcycle racer knows all too well. Meet Leslie Porterfield from Dallas, Texas.
The salt conditions last year were exceptionally rough. Got into a pretty nasty tank slapper and ended up crashing at a little over 100 miles an hour. I broke 7 ribs and punctured a lung. I'm back this year, and my goal is to achieve a record over 200 miles an hour.
This morning, she fine-tunes her new muscle machine for a week of racing. The 2002 Suzuki Hayabusa is highly modified with twin turbochargers.
The sooner I get everything wrapped up, the sooner I go and run on the salt.
The bike might be ready for the salt, but is Leslie? It's a brutal reminder for Leslie Porterfield, who cheated death last year on the salt flats.
Seeing someone else crash out there, it's just horrible.
After 7 broken ribs and a punctured lung, she has no interest in leaving the salt on a stretcher.
I'm more cautious now than I was after having an accident out here last year.
Fresh off of last year's crash, Leslie has 5 miles to push her souped-up sport bike to the limit. 7 feet long, 2.5 feet wide, the 2002 Suzuki Hayabusa is powered by a 1300cc engine. Price tag, over $35,000. Leslie will run the bike in the naked class without the benefit of a fairing, an aerodynamic shell that redirects wind. Leslie's mission, to go over 205 miles per hour.
The wind affects you so much more. It feels like it's really trying to pull me off of the bike.
Leslie swallows her fear and charges ahead full throttle. Halfway through, Leslie appears to be struggling. Her performance falls short.
That run didn't go so well. Bike was breaking up in higher RPMs, and this running ridge just couldn't go too fast. I'm a little disappointed, but this is racing.
Despite the disappointment, Leslie overcomes her first major milestone, fear. But she has a long way to go for a record. The biker diva from Texas is still in the record hunt. Leslie Porterfield's goal is to go 205 miles per hour and be the fastest woman ever on an open-wheeled motorcycle. At the end of a week of racing last year, she had a horrific crash. So far this week, she's safely made 3 runs. On her previous pass, she fell just short of 205 miles per hour.
My last run that I ran 203, I missed a shift from 4th to 5th, and I had a little bit of a hard time.
This is the moment Leslie's been waiting for. It's time to push her motorcycle to the limit.
One car next to me that's gonna run, and then I'm off. I'll try to keep it from spinning too much and go as fast as I can. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to run.
Leslie flies down the salt at over 180 miles per hour.
1976, quarter mile, 203.
But she needs to go faster.
Still accelerating.
In the second time mile, she shifts into fifth gear. Her average speed?
208. She may have it.
That will be enough.
208.19 miles per hour. 208! Oh, at 208! It's running great. So, I qualified for the record, and I've just got to do it once more in the morning, and I'm good. If I get my record, average over 205, I'm in the 200 mile an hour club. I'll be a record holder.
But a Bonneville record requires Leslie to make 2 consecutive runs. Only the average speed will count. She'll need to race again in the morning. Leslie Porterfield is back at the line. A 203 mile per hour run here, and she'll officially own the open wheel motorcycle record. But if she comes up short, her previous run means nothing.
Bike's ready, Leslie's ready, and hopefully the salt's ready for us.
Only 5 miles of wide open salt stand between Leslie and her dream. Leslie completes mile 1 at over 150 miles per hour. She shifts gears and sets her sights on destiny. She blazes through the time mile in less than 18 seconds, but will it be fast enough for a record?
1976, quarter mile, 203, and through the mile, 205.416.
Yeah! You're right on.
Oh my God! Well, I can't believe I did it. I got a record. I just ran 205, which puts me at the record. I've broken the record. So, it's great. Worn out, that was a workout.
Her 2-run average is 206, a Bonneville record. After an intense week of racing, Leslie rides off with the open wheel motorcycle record. The speed earns Leslie the Super Bowl ring of Speed Week, a coveted red cap and membership in the elite 200 mile per hour club.
Very proud. I'm very honored. This is a very small club. There aren't very many people in this. To be the first woman on an open wheel motorcycle in the 200 mile an hour club is such a huge honor.
Fazer, elevação.